we are underway. High school football is underway live at McAldrich Field, brought to you by Fred TV, and we want to thank all our sponsors. We'd like to thank A&M Electrical for giving us our pregame show. We are set for action live at McAldrich Field. The ball, this is underway. Pooch kick, if you want to say. Received by number 11, Timmy Powers. Timmy Powers is running fast. Timmy is about stopped at the 50-yard line. Good run, Sean. Good start of this ball game.
Great field position for Durfee to start off right in the 50-yard line. It's a little money there, but now they can get their offense started at the 50. They don't have that much to drive. Maybe they can get a big run here by Brandon Rose to start off the game and be in good scoring position.
The Hilltoppers have been very quick on the outside, and they've been pounding the ball up the middle. You'll see a lot of Corey Sleep. You'll see mainly of Timmy Powers and Brandon Rose, who hit the outside very well. Hilltoppers break the huddle under the leadership of center Mikey Olette. B.J. McDonald under center Mikey Olette. You have Thomas Kilby and Brandon Rose set up in the backfield. Timmy Powers set up to your far side right. Hands the ball off to Brandon Rose. Brandon Rose gets it past 2, and he has a first down and about 5 more. Hilltoppers are fired up, as you see Brandon Rose getting the first down and a little bit more for the Hilltoppers, getting the ball up the middle.
As I was just mentioning, Cliff, about the big run that they could possibly get to Brandon Rose, and there it was. Gets a couple of tackles up on front, like mentioned in the pregame show, that they need the offensive line in this game to do very well. And then he gets a couple of blocks and breaks a tackle. Big first down for the Hilltoppers.
The Hilltoppers break the huddle again with, as in the same formation, with Timmy Powers set up on your far side right. Thomas Kilby set up on your far, Kilby set up on your far side. Hand the ball off to Brandon Rose. Brandon Rose does not get much on that one for a loss of about 1 yard. This New Bedford Whalers defense, Sean, is elite. They only stopped Brockton to about 19 points last game. It's going to be a great game. The Hilltoppers are not going to be able to run all over this New Bedford Whalers defense.
Indeed, Cliff, they have a pretty good defense, and I'd like to give you guys watching at home some of the players on the defense. Number 1 defensive back, Ryan Rodericks. Number 9 defensive back, Drew Duelli. Number 7 defensive back, Mike Walsh. Number 36 defensive back, Antoine Murphy. At linebacker, number 2, Mike Gomes. Number 26, linebacker, Kevin Cabral. Let you take it away, Cliff.
Payne scream to Brandon Rose. Brandon Rose breaks 2. He's fast on the outside and gets about 4 or 5 on that carry.
Good job by the Hilltoppers there, breaking it to the right outside hash mark, utilizing Brandon Rose's speed to pick up a good gain. Continuing on defense, Cliff, number 32 linebacker Steve Augustine, number 52 linebacker Matt White, number 63 defensive tackle John Sadik, number 66 defensive end Chris Grand, and number 79 Aaron LaRoque, defensive tackle.
There you see the previous play. B.J. McDonald pitched the ball to Brandon Rose. You will see a lot of that, I believe, Sean. You'll probably see a lot of that from the outside. You probably see a lot of Timmy Powers. They'll probably put Timmy Powers, number 11, in motion a lot. Hilltoppers break the huddle under the helm of B.J. McDonald. Thomas Kilby set up in the backfield. In the I formation, puts Timmy Powers in motion slight. Hands the ball off to Brandon Rose. Brandon Rose gets about 3 on the carry. With the clock running down at about 9 minutes, we are unfortunately cannot give you the play clock, so we will continuously give that to you. If you're just tuning in, we have a great matchup for you. The Hilltoppers have been moving the ball very slowly, but knocking the ball up the middle for the Hilltoppers.
That's exactly
We're going to see a quick replay of this play. As you see Brandon Rose just plowing it up the middle, getting hit. You have a very aggressive defense here, Sean, for the Whalers.
Tackled by a slew of defenders there from the Whalers, and that's exactly what you need to do in this game. The prior point you were making is that they need to play smash-mouth football with the field conditions they have here.
Timmy Powers set up on your far side left, pitches the ball to Brandon Rose. Brandon Rose has a huge hole as long as he gets up there. Brandon Rose gets it, and he's about the 10-yard line for the Hilltoppers. The Hilltoppers are moving this ball great. They're playing clean, hard-nosed football. That's the way Coach Steve Wanowski teaches these young men the game. Clean, hard-nosed football. As you see, they've been giving the ball to Brandon Rose a lot. Let's see if they're going to mix anything up here, Sean.
Well, Brandon Rose is a featured running back for this offense. I mean, you could see a little of Thomas Kilby, the fullback, Timmy Powers, and Corey Sleep all mixed in. But I think in this game, they're just going to use Brandon Rose. I mean, as you can see on this drive, they started from the 50, and basically he's pulled the team all the way to where they are now. They're going to utilize his speed to the outside hash marks and up the middle. I mean, Brandon Rose is very good, so they're going to utilize him all game.
1st and 10 from the Hilltoppers' 10-yard line. Hands the ball off to Brandon Rose. Brandon Rose gets slapped up the middle. It doesn't look like he has too much of a gain, if 1 or 2 on that carry. The clock is running right now at 7:46. It is 2nd and about 8 from the Hilltoppers' 8-yard line. The clock is running 7:35 at this time. This first quarter of football is brought to you by Gary Street and Trail. We would like to thank all our sponsors who have helped us in contributing to this very well-produced matchup from Fred TV's standpoint. B.J. McDonald under center, Mikey Olette. Kilby is set as the fullback, pitches the ball to the other side of Brandon Rose. Brandon Rose has a huge hole. Nice block by Timmy Powers, and he stopped at about the 2-yard line for the Hilltoppers. Nice block by Timmy Powers, moving his feet very well there, Sean.
Timmy Powers and Thomas Kilby in on that play. Getting those 2 lead blocks helped spring that run for the Hilltoppers. Shoot it to the right outside hash mark there. Kilby and Powers blocking, and they made a good enough block to just delay time for Brandon Rose to pick up 2 more yards. Now you're going to imagine that they're just going to try to punch it into either Kilby or Rose here. I formation, just shoot it up the gut and put in 6.
You haven't seen anything fancy coming from the Hilltoppers standpoint. Jason Springer is in there on offense for the Hilltoppers, number 90. Looks like we have a double tight. Looks like the Hilltoppers have came out with Corey Albageria on tight right, Alex Madon on tight left, and they brought Jason Springer in possibly as a fullback on this play. Let's see what the Hilltoppers have up their sleeves at the goal line. 3rd and goal. The clock is stopped at 6:39 right now for the Hilltoppers. Great game. Again, I am loving this. This is awesome. This is the first time Fred TV has aired something live on Fred TV.
It's going to be a great day, Cliff. I mean, coming into this game, it snowed outside. It was raining really heavily, but now it looks like the weather's going to subside here. But getting back into the play, it looks like they should come out with that same formation and just punch it in.
Like he is stopped at about the 2-yard line. Brandon Rose again, no gain there. 6:27, the clock is running down. 4th down from the Hilltoppers goal line. It looks like they're taking Jason Springer out of that one. I didn't understand the motive there, putting Jason Springer as a blocking fullback there. But Timmy Powers is back in, who was taken out for Jason Springer. Let's see what Coach Steve Winowski has up his sleeve for this one. We would like to also acknowledge our viewers that this is Coach Bear's last game. Ron Gagnon, who's been at the helm for the Hilltops for a long time, and also Coach Rhino's last game. Last Thanksgiving game, as well as many seniors. The Hilltoppers have coming out with a double tight. Corey Albageria and Alex Menard. Pitches the ball to Brandon Rose. Brandon Rose gets the block, and he is stopped at the 2-yard line. Their conversion on 4th down was not successful, and there is no score here. The New Bedford Whalers will get the ball at about their 1 or 2 yard line. So the Hilltoppers cannot converse on 4th down. What do you think? The defense hasn't come out blitzing. What do you think is going to happen with their defense, Sean?
Well, today is going to be a game of field position, and you can't blame Coach Winowski for trying to go for that on 4th down. So the defense just has to hold strong here, pin him out. What Durfee's really looking for, ideally, is a 3 and out. But nonetheless, I mean, they're pinned back in their own side of the field is the Whalers. So we'll see how this digresses. But nonetheless, the field position for Durfee right now is great. They have them pinned back, and the defense just got to hold tight.
The New Bedford Whalers starting offense, quarterback number 12, Andrew Rebello, halfback number 26, Kevin Cabral, fullback number 36, Antoine Murphy, wide receiver Ryan Rodericks. Drew Dwelly will be also a very good go-to man for Andrew Rebello. At wide receiver and tight end, Nick Costa. Offensive lineman, Nick LeBlanc, John Sedek, Sean Antunes, and Chris Grante, and Aaron Lockheed. As you see here, the New Bedford Whalers are trying to hit the outside, going to their far side right, but no such luck here. Getting about 2 or 3 yards on that carry. The Whalers are just trying to get out of their end zone at this time, Sean.
To start off with the Durfee defense, Cliff, tackle Jonathan Sanchez, number 68. Defensive tackle number 54, Matt Fonts. Defensive end number 90, Jason Springer. Defensive end 81, Ryan Slager. Middle linebacker number 84, Alex Menard. Inside linebacker number 20, Brandon Rose. Outside linebacker number 26, Kyle Medeiros. Your quarterbacks are Corey Felix and Corey Sleep. Your free safety is Timmy Powers.
5 minutes to go in this first quarter of football. 2nd and 6 from the Hilltoppers' own 3-yard line. No such luck. Great defense by the Hilltoppers. Tackle made by number 90, Jason Springer. In on that tackle, you also had Matt Fonts, who is playing defensive tackle, and Jonathan Sanchez. The Hilltoppers starting defense again. You have Jonathan Sanchez as your tackle, Matt Fonts, Jason Springer, number 81, Ryan Sisko. You'll see a lot of Thomas Kilby. Alex Minaj, your middle linebacker. Brandon Rose is your inside linebacker. Outside linebacker is Kyle Medeiros, Corey Sleep, Corey Felix, Timmy Powers are playing free safety, and you'll see a lot of Kyle Carrere for the Hilltoppers. Hilltoppers are about 3rd and 7 from their 10-yard line. About 4 minutes to go in this quarter of football, brought to you by Gary Street and Trail. Andrew Bello under the helm again, hands the ball off to Cabral, and we have a whistle here. Ball is dead. Let's see what the referees have to say. Looks like it's coming in Durfee's favor. It was a delay of game for the New Bedford Whalers, which will bring them back even more in their end zone. We got 3rd and 9 with the clock stopped at 4:05. No score yet in this ball game. If you're just tuning in, the Hilltoppers brought the ball upfield starting at about the 50, ended it there too, but did not converse on 4th down for the 6 points. So the New Bedford Whalers have the ball at about their 2-yard line. Andrew Bello under the helm again. Under Nick LeBlanc. Rebello again, steps back, looks to number 9, Rodriguez. Rodriguez is slipped, and it's an incomplete pass. It's a fumble. The Hilltoppers recover the football. The Hilltoppers recover the football. Nice job by number 90, Jason Springer, to get in there, and the Hilltoppers are back out on offense. It is a very slippery field here at Mac Aldridge Field at Durfee High School, and there you see a perfect example on how terrible these field conditions are.
Great play by the defense there. It looked like number 20, Brandon Rose, came in and got that interception on that play.
I'm not sure if it was an interception or a fumble. Really could not see from the players.
Mr. Correa, he said turnovers would probably be the biggest thing in this game. So right now the Whalers throw an interception. Andrew Bello, first pass of the game, intercepted by Brandon Rose. Now Durfee has to do the same thing they did on offense the last drive, is they need to just give it to Rose, shoot it to the outside on the pitches and sweeps, and try to get it in this time. I mean, they came short, but as I was saying to you before, Cliff, the field position for Durfee was great, and it shows now they're on their own 25-yard line. See what they do with this here.
There you said it, 1st and 10 from the Hilltoppers' 25-yard line. No score in this ball game. The clock is stopped at 3:34. 1st and 10 for the Hilltoppers. B.J. McDonald puts Timmy Powers in motion. Timmy Powers is set up now on your far side left. Pitches the ball again to Brandon Rose. Brandon Rose has a huge hole. Brandon Rose is fast. Brandon Rose is stopped at the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal for the Hilltoppers.
Good run there by Brandon Rose, getting it to the outside, then using his juking abilities to fake out that last defender to pick up that extra yards, and that'll be key for the Hilltoppers. Look at the replay here. Here's Rose cutting to the outside, and there's the juke on number 1, Ryan Rodriguez, to pick up at least maybe 2 more yards there for the Hilltoppers.
So it's 2nd and goal from the Hilltoppers. From the Hilltoppers side of the field, on their own 2.
Cliff's still kind of hard to see the field and where it's marked, but it appears to be that it's on the 3-yard line for the Hilltoppers.
Hilltoppers break the huddle, and Timmy Powers set up on your far side left. Kilby and Rose in the backfield. Hands the ball off to Brandon Rose again. Brandon Rose is not getting in there. Stopped it about where he began from. Again, the blocking for the Hilltoppers did not come down on that. They have to kick out the tackles. They did not do such luck doing that.
Well, I think what they need to do in this is they need to bring Springer out, much like a Richard Seymour comes in for the Patriots as they were trying to do last drive, and they need to give the ball off to Thomas Kilby, let that tough fullback just pound it in there for the touchdown.
Rose had about 1 yard on the carry. A lot of people here, a lot of alumni, a lot of teachers. We got people at home. We thank you for watching this telecast. Hands the ball off to Brandon Rose again. Brandon Rose is stopped again. It'd be nice to see the Hilltoppers mix it up a little bit, giving Rose the ball, it looks like every single time. So maybe the Hilltoppers can hand the ball off to Kilby. Coach Tommy Botello does not seem too happy. There must be something going wrong with the offense right now, not moving the ball at their own 2-yard line. They are 3rd and goal with 1:55 to go in this first quarter of football. This first quarter of football is brought to you by Gary Street and Trail. We have a timeout on the field. Looks like the timeout was taken by the Hilltoppers. We will be right back after these messages. Stay tuned to football live at Durfee High School. Welcome back to McAldridge Field again. The Hilltoppers are on offense at their 2. Let's see what they're going to do to mix it up here. B.J. McDonald puts Timmy Powers in motion. Pitches the ball to Brandon Rose. Nice block by number 34, Thomas Kilby. But the Hilltoppers are yet to converse on their at their 2-yard line. What is going on with this offense?
I don't understand the play calling here. Okay, last drive, they just did the same thing in this drive. 2 runs to Rose up the middle did not work. Then the sweep to the outside on the left side hash mark did not work. You have to mix things up if you're on offense here. Give the ball to Kilby. He's a big, powerful fullback. He can punch it in. Taking too long for Rose, especially on a sweep such as that kind, on the 3-yard line to make Rose get around the corner and put it in. You got to go up the gut with your fullback here. That's why you have a fullback in the I-form set. Don't agree with the play calling so far. Honestly, they've probably missed out on 6 points if they don't score on this play.
Nicholas Assad is out of this one. Timmy Powers set up on your far side right. Kilby and Rose set up in your backfield. Puts Powers in motion is McDonald. Hands the ball off to, is set back to throw. Looks to Timmy Powers, but it did not converse again. 4th down for the Hilltoppers. Did not converse again. What is going on with this Hilltopper offense? They are not coming out too motivated to do something. Must be something going on with the offensive linemen. What is going on? These conditions might be coming into play, Sean.
Well, as we mentioned before in the pregame show, that the offensive line, they needed a big push up front to score, and the offensive line just couldn't get it done down in the trenches in the red zone, and now the Hilltoppers have missed out on 6 points because the interception came back for the Hilltoppers on the last play, so you can't say they would have scored 12 off, provided the extra points. So at least on that drive, they missed out on 6, and the defense has to come up huge again for the Hilltoppers.
Defense has to stop him here. They did not move him from the same point. We have had this game at about the 2-yard line so far today, Sean. Rebello hands the ball off to Cabral. Cabral is moving it up. I'm sorry, I have to correct myself. That's Antoine Murphy, the fullback number 36, on that carry.
Brandon Rose and a couple of other Hilltoppers coming in on that tackle. And as you can see, Antoine Murphy just using that extra push as a powerful fullback would, gaining the extra yards. Now it makes you think, as a Hilltoppers offensive coordinator, what would have Kilby done in the last situation, trying to punch the ball in the end zone? Possibly what Antoine Murphy just did right there, gaining a couple of extra yards.
This clock is running down with 18 seconds to go in this first quarter of football. Gary Street and Sure, we thank you very much for sponsoring our first quarter of football. Hands the ball off again to number 26. Kevin Cabral in, not getting much there for about 2 yards on the carry. You're going to see a lot of number 26, Kevin Cabral, and you're probably going to see a lot more of number 36, Antoine Murphy for the Whalers. This first quarter of football is complete. Second quarter of football is going to be underway shortly as both teams commence on their sidelines. They'll see what the Hilltoppers can do to try to get something going on offense, but right now they are on the other side of the football. They are on defense. The Hilltoppers are doing very good stopping them on defense so far. We're going to move to the other side of the field. What do you expect of this second quarter of football, Sean?
What I expect from the second quarter of football is the Wales come out and pass a little more, but we'll be back right after this.
We'll be right back after these messages from our local sponsors. Welcome back to football at Durfee High School. We're going to be joined shortly by Principal Don Rebello. Mr. Rebello, how you doing? Happy Thanksgiving, sir.
Happy Thanksgiving.
We have a great matchup so far. We have no score at Durfee High School.
Frustrating for us for Durfee High School.
we're having a little bit of technical difficulties. We're gonna see if we can get Mr. Abello again. Giving us Sean headset. Here we go. All right, Mr. Abello. What do you expect of this second quarter of football?
Cliff, would you repeat that, please?
What do you expect of this second quarter of football?
Well, I think, Cliff, to be honest with you, I think we're going to see a very close game. The conditions are not very conducive to a lot of offense, I think, today. So I think we'll see a struggle, and hopefully our Hilltoppers will prevail.
That's right. Hopefully our Hilltoppers will prevail. So far, we have a great matchup. It looks like defense is pretty much taking care of the ball. The Hilltoppers are really not moving the ball from their 2-yard line in this ball game.
Yeah, they've had some frustration there. I think the conditions have hindered our offense a little bit. We've gotten down there inside the 5, but I'm going to remain confident, Cliff.
All right. You were a former head coach of Somerset High School. As a head coach, what would you be saying to your players right now? Setting being principal Durfee High School aside, what would you be telling your players right now?
Actually, Cliff, first of all, I was an assistant coach.
Oh, okay.
I was not a head coach, and I've given up on coaching football, and at this point, I might exuberate a little bit of philosophy on the importance of this particular day, because I think when you play a Thanksgiving Day football game, you have forever and lasting memories of it. So I think I'd probably try to ingrain within our kids the fact that this is something that you've got to produce for many years. You may suffer some regrets. But again, I'm confident our Hilltoppers are going to prevail today. We've got a good team, and certainly a team that perseveres, and a great coach in Coach Johnson. So Thanksgiving Day turkey will be sweet, I'm sure, Cliff. But it's nice to be here.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Bell, for your time. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
I want to thank Fred TV for the rep this year today and putting on this live broadcast.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Back to action at Durfee High School. We have an injured New Bedford Whaler there, where it looks like we're going to take a short timeout from the field right now. A timeout called by the referee staff. I need to apologize, Sean. I've been saying converse. I've been saying converse instead of convert. I apologize. My language is a little bit today.
It's okay. Good interview with principal there.
Yes, we like to thank Principal Rebella. We also like to thank Fall River Municipal Credit Union. Thank Fall River Municipal Credit Union for sponsoring our second quarter of football at Durfee High School. No score. The clock stopped at 10:13 with an injury at the field right now. I'm not really sure. Do you know who that is down at the Hilltoppers? Let's see what could have happened here. It's like just a little pile-up, probably a knee or a hamstring or something.
It might be Kevin Cabral there, Cliff. I saw it too, but I couldn't make out if it was a 6 or an 8. And as you can see, it was a handoff up the middle. So it may have been Kevin Cabral, the senior running back for the Whalers.
Now the Whalers are a very much potent offensive team. They pass the ball quite often. We haven't seen too much of the Whalers passing the ball this year. Probably the conditions are what's making the coaching staff decide to run the ball like the Hilltoppers are. But the Hilltoppers are not having much luck running the ball at their 2-yard line either.
No, they didn't have much luck in those 2 prior drives. As I said before, they basically had the same two drives. It was 2 runs up the middle, then a sweep to the left. So Durfee's going to mix it up a little bit on offense here if they want to outwit these Whalers on defense to score a touchdown.
Absolutely.
Still awaiting the injury here on the field.
Welcome back to Durfee High School for this game where we have no score right now. The clock is stopped for an injury of a timeout. 10:13 to go in the second quarter of football. We'd like to thank Fall River Municipal Credit Union. I work there, by the way.
You work there?
I work at Fall River Municipal Credit
Union. Must be a nice job, no?
It is. It's a very good job. Out of the many jobs that I have, I would say.
Looks like on the field, getting a little progress here with the injured Whaler, as we were talking about before. It appears to be number 26, Kevin Cabral.
That would be a huge loss for the Whalers. They definitely, if their passing game is not going well, it is number 26, Kevin Cabral. But he is walking off on his own power, and hopefully we expect to see him as time progresses in this ball game. You know, the rivalry does mean a lot to some people, but we would never want to see, for neither sides of the ball, anybody injured.
No, definitely not, Cliff. I mean, that would just be horrible to see, or want to have an opposing player get injured. So I don't think that's the attitude coming into this game by either team or fans anyway.
It's a surprise. Andrew Rebello of the New Bedford Whalers has thrown 15 touchdown passes, second in the state in that category. Also, the New Bedford Whalers, few leaders in the touchdown reception category. Rebello's go-to man, Drew Dwelly, has 6 touchdown receptions, and Ryan Rodricks, who is the basketball coach's head basketball coach's kid, rated 11th in the state in his touchdown category. Touchdown receptions, both lead the league in that category. Andrew Rebello hands the ball off, does not hand the ball off, sets back to throw, wide open, number 9, Drew Dwelly. Drew Dwelly is an incomplete pass, knocked away by number 11, Timothy Powers. Nice job on defense for the Hilltoppers, knocking that one away. That definitely could have been trouble for the Hilltoppers, but these conditions could definitely be torrentious, as you can see here.
Definitely couldn't agree with you more, Cliff. Now, as you see on this replay, when Andrew Rebello makes the fake, it kind of takes away the defenders on Durfee, but when they throw downfield, Rebello's throwing into triple coverage, and as you can see, Timmy Powers using a type of bracket defense, as I like to call in the NFL, where they have a defender underneath and a defender over the top of the eligible wide receiver of the offensive team. Timmy Powers, being the underneath on the bracket, came up with the deflection and made that pass incomplete.
Rebello under helm. We have a flag? We have a flag. Looks like moving on the offensive line for the New Bedford Whalers.
Cliff, while we have the time, I was trying to ask you before, what are your Thanksgiving Day plans?
My Thanksgiving plans? My Thanksgiving plans are being here at Durfee High School, it looks like to me right now. No, after this, I plan on going to my uncle's house in Westport and, you know, eating a lot of turkey. It's Turkey Day. It's not just football day, it's also Turkey Day as well. New Bedford Whalers set back on offense again. Set up with number 1, Ryan Roderick set up on your far side left. Drew Dwelly set up on your far side right. Antoine Murphy in the backfield. Fakes the handoff to Antoine Murphy. Sets back to throw and is almost brought down by Alex Manal, but no such luck. He's bringing it back and looks like he's set out of bounds into a huge puddle. He's wet now.
That could have been a big loss for the Whalers there, Cliff. Rebello, here's the replay. Rebello actually evades 2 tackles and avoids 2 sacks. Nice play fake. Durfee just couldn't wrap up Rebello. Breaks 1 tackle, sheds another. Get a positive gain for the Whalers. This 3-yard gain could have been a major loss for the Whalers, but nonetheless, it's 3rd and 4 for the Whalers.
Now let me try my words again. Let's see if the Hilltoppers can convert on 3rd and 4 with the clock at 9:37 to go in the second quarter of football, brought to you by FRMCU. The Whalers look to be punting the ball now. Timmy Powers, number 11, set up to receive it. Punted is successful, is not as high as he wanted to. It's going to have to take a couple of bounces. Timmy Powers is not going to touch it. The Hilltoppers are going to scatter away from the football and is picked up by number 69 for the New Bedford Whalers. Number 69, John Sedek. No score here with 9:25 to go. Right now, this is a packed house at McAldridge Field at Durfee High School. We have fans on both sides. New Bedford's on their side. It looks like we have a much better Durfee crowd on this side. We have fans along the track as well, where the field goal post is. We also have a lot of good things, not just football going on. And if you were at the pep rally yesterday, we are also collecting canned food, non-perishable food items for the less fortunate during this holiday season. B.J. McDonald bringing the offense back on the field. Pitches the ball to Brandon Rose, and he gets about 2 yards on the carry, covered by number 66, and a lot of New Bedford Whalers. Number 66, Chris Grande, in that tackle.
Here's a replay on that run by Brandon Rose. Pitch to the outside. Tries to break a tackle, slips 1, gains a couple of yards on the push. Cliff, you must agree with me here, though. This is where it's going to be the hardest area of the field to run the ball, just looking at the conditions. It's very muddy and wet down there.
It is. The weather conditions are torrentious. This is horrible weather, but it doesn't faze anybody. We have most of the New Bedford starters are dressed in black now, just full of mud. Rose and Sleep in the backfield, hands the ball off to Corey Sleep for the first time. He is not successful, gets about 1 or 2 yards in that carry. I'm not sure what the play calling for the Hilltoppers is going for right now.
now they're trying to mix it up with the offense running-wise. So Corey Sleep getting a touch. Still yet to see Thomas Kilby get a touch on offense. Be 3rd down and 7 now for the Hilltoppers to convert for the first down.
8:04 to go in the second quarter of football. 3rd and 7 for the Durfee Hilltoppers. See if they can convert on this time. Brandon Rose in the backfield, Corey Sleep in the backfield. We have a double tight set with Menard and Albagarius. Puts Timmy Powers in motion, pitches the ball again. Looks like we have a QB sneak pass, but is almost intercepted by number 1 for the New Bedford Whalers, Ryan Rodricks. Almost recepted that ball. It was kind of like a half-back pass, a flea flicker type play that the New Bedford Whalers had up their sleeve.
Hilltoppers definitely mixing it up there on that play. It looked as if Brandon Rose had the option to either run or throw, but nonetheless, he had Timmy Powers deep and elected to throw. Came up incomplete, but nice play call by the Hilltoppers trying to mix it up, formulate something on offense, forced a punt now, but good, different call. It could have benefited them.
Ryan Rodricks set to receive this punt. Looks to be scooting over more to his right. We have a handoff punt. I've never seen something like that before. It looks like it's going to be stopped and halted from this wet weather about the 20-yard lines. Moved away is Ryan Rodricks and covered by the Durfee Hilltoppers, number 38. Corey Sleep picks the ball up, and we're going to have the ball at about the 20, was that 30? I can't even see. It's the 31-yard line. 20 or 30? Yes, 31-yard line. 1st and 10, the Whalers will go back on offense under the leadership of Andrew Rebello, number 12.
I doubt we'll see the Whalers come out with a halfback pass such as that last one, but that's a very risky play that the Hilltoppers ran. It either comes up big or it's a very big loss. Either way, it's a big gain or a big loss, but the Hilltoppers didn't lose anything, just the incomplete pass. Let's see what the Whalers do if they start to pass the ball now.
We will see. They do pass the ball. They are very versatile. Drew Drelly does get that reception. Does not get much on that carry. Number 9, Drew Drelly, is alongside of Ryan Rodricks, who lead the league in touchdown reception in that category.
Two very talented wide receivers, but it's also aided by the very accurate quarterback of Andrew Rebello.
Andrew Rebello is number 1 in the state in his category as quarterback. Very good and talented, who was a senior this year, who started last year as well for the New Bedford Whalers. Had a great game last year, if I do recall. Hands the ball off, fakes the handoff to Antoine Murphy, gets the ball to the tight end, Nick Costa, and is stopped for a first down. The chains are moving probably for the first time for the Whalers. That was 2nd and 5. We're going to change that to 1st and 10. 6:43 to go in the second quarter of football.
Here again, the Whalers selling the play action very well, and the pass over the middle is caught. Timmy Powers coming up with the leg tackle to stop a possible big gain, because if you could see on the replay, towards the right sideline, he had a big area of open field where he could have shot that ball down a couple of extra yards.
1st and 10. Rebello under center again, with Antoine Murphy set up in the backfield as Kevin Cabral looks to be back and healthy, is handing the ball off, and is that Andrew Rebello? Andrew Rebello down for a first down and a little bit more. First down, Whalers. Nice blocking from the Whalers. It looks like they're getting their traction as the sun makes his way through the clouds.
Nice play call by Andrew Rebello to fake the handoff and take the QB keeper himself, utilizing his speed. Very agile and athletic quarterback is Andrew Rebello, as he saw a spin move on the replay there, picking up 2 more yards. That's the thing, as you were talking about before, Cliff. Andrew Rebello had a great game in the last Thanksgiving Day game at Walsh Field. He had a touchdown pass and a big 12-yard run for a touchdown.
You do see a lot last Thanksgiving. You did see a lot of QB keepers, and he fooled me on that one. Andrew Rebello is calling a timeout. We are joined here up in the booth by school committee man Kevin Aguirre. Happy Thanksgiving, Mr. Aguirre. How are you?
Same to you.
How you doing? Good day
Very
of
well.
football. The sun's making its way through. When I woke up this morning, it was snowing out, and now it was raining. Now the sun's making its way through. What do you think?
Absolutely. I'm going into the beach when I get out of here.
What do you think? What do you think the outcome of this game is going to be?
It's a war right now. You know, no score. I think not putting the ball in on the 1 yard line there 2 times is tough, but I think Durfee's going to come through with it.
Hopefully the Hilltoppers will come through with it. They've had their ball at their 2 yard line throughout the course of this ball game when they had the ball, and they could not converse in the goal line offense. Bringing in a couple of players, they brought in Alex Menard, they brought in Jason Springer, but all their combinations did not work.
Yeah. And the
Really.
field's a mess. I mean, the traction, they can't get any traction on either side of the ball. So
It is
tough.
the
But while I have a
conditions.
moment here in the booth, I just want to thank you and student government and the school for doing a great job for Citizens in the food pantry. And I'd encourage everyone that's watching to send in donations to the student government or for Citizens. It's a great organization. And I just want to thank you personally and all the student government, Mr. Damaris, Mr. Ravello, and all the people that are in charge of this program.
We thank you. I mean, we wanted to put a different side to this. We wanted to put more or less like a different twist of Thanksgiving. You know, it is about football, but there is another side of football that we don't see. And that side of football is to help the less fortunate during this holiday season. Rebello is sacked by number 90, Jason Springer, and he is lost for about a loss of about 8 yards on that carry. Nice job by Jason Springer.
That was a great play right there. Great play.
Nice job by the defense executing and bringing it through. Mr. Aguiar, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Cliff.
And have a great Thanksgiving.
I do have a donation that I do want to give to you guys for Citizens. And once again, I would like to encourage all my colleagues and citizens of Florida to do the same.
Thank you very much,
Thank
sir.
you, pal. Thank you.
Have a great Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
We're going to give this donation to our president of student government, Andrew Galveo. Put that aside for a good cause. Hands the ball off to Antoine Murphy. Antoine Murphy is moving around like a very fast. He cannot get his traction, and he's stopped for a loss. It is third and about 19. Nice job by Jason Springer there on that sack for the Hilltoppers, breaking it through. Excellent job in bringing the Whalers back. They were getting something going on offense, but they brought that back.
It's exactly what the Hilltoppers needed. They needed a momentum killer on the defensive side of the ball. And that big sack by Springer makes it a 2nd and long. And now on that last run, the Whalers lost another 2 yards, so it's 3rd and 21 now. And the Whalers are in a little bit of a hole here with a big conversion on 3rd down.
Drew Drelly set up on your far side left along with Ryan Roderick, both on your far side left. Looks like they're trying to do what they do best, is run the ball, but Andrew Rebello is sacked again. He has no yardage again. Nice job by number 35, Thomas Kilby is in on the Ryan Sisker, and Jason Springer again is also in on that one. Nice job by the Hilltoppers on defense. The Hilltoppers are doing what they should be doing, and they're doing a great job on offense. Matty Font's back in there for the Hilltoppers. Timmy Powers is figuring out what he can do, as you saw in that replay.
As you can see on the replay, there were too many rushers on the defensive side of the ball for the Hilltoppers, and they forced that sack. Now it's 4th and 24. The Whalers forced to punt. Durfee not starting off with the greatest field position, but at least they have the ball.
Brandon Rose set up deep to receive the punt. Let's see what they're going to do. If they're not going to fake it, they're going to kick it to him. And he's picking it up. He's going to run with it. He has a nice block by number 12, Corey Felix. Nice block again. He is just running. Nice job taken down by number 84 for the New Bedford Whalers, Matt White.
That was a very, very costly play by Brandon Rose. You see on the replay, when he picks it up, there are 2 Whalers in the vicinity of 3 yards away from him. He is lucky he's broke a couple of tackles and sprung that for a decent gain.
Nice job by Justin Bellew also on that block. We had 2 great blocks there. Justin Bellew had a great block, and the most important one was Corey Felix, number 12. Nicholas Assad is getting in there, number 18 for the Hilltoppers, as their regular set offense is out. Taking probably a tight end out. Looks like the Hilltoppers have taken Alex Menard out. Corey Albergari is your tight right. Timmy Powers is set up on your far side right. Nick Assad is set up on your far side left. QB and Rose are in your backfield. Puts Timmy Powers in motion. The defense is shifting. Hands the ball off. Fakes the handoff. Timmy Powers. Excellent block by 18. Nicholas Assad. Powers is stopped, probably gets their first down a little bit more. Did they? Yes, they did. First down, Hilltoppers.
Nice call by the Hilltoppers on the wide receiver reverse here. Timmy Powers springing it to the outside, gets a block upfield, breaks a tackle, gains an extra yard, and picks up the first down for the Hilltoppers. Now starting to formulate different plays on offense. Maybe the Hilltoppers can bust out a play-action pass and spring one deep for a big gain.
2:47 to go in the second quarter of football, brought to you by FRMCU. Timmy Powers set up on your far side right. Nick Assad set up on your far side left, pitches the ball again, a sweep to Brandon Rose. Brandon Rose follows his block and does not get much for about 3 yards, but the Hilltoppers are moving the ball, Sean. The Hilltoppers are eating up clock time, and that's what they want to do.
Although they're eating up clock time, they have to score. They had 2 chances so far in the game, and they haven't capitalized. So they're killing the clock. We have about 2:20 left to go in this half. And basically, I believe by what the Hilltoppers are doing, they're trying to run the clock out, put a score in, and just try to get the 7-0 score into half, considering that the Whalers do have the ball at second half play.
That's right, you need the right on the spot. Nick Assad is out, and Alex Menard are going with the double tight again for the Hilltoppers. Put Timmy Powers in motion, hands the ball off to Timmy Powers. Nice block by Brandon Rose. Blocked by Timmy. Timmy Powers follows another block by Brandon Rose. First down and a little bit more for the Hilltoppers. Nice job following his blocks for the Hilltoppers. I was going to say touchdown. I'm so intense in this ball game. Nice job following the blocks of Timmy Powers as the Hilltoppers put.
Here's the replay clip. Timmy Powers
in motion.
Now watch this move. Cuts back to use Brandon Rose for a block. Picks up 5 extra yards. Heads up play by Timmy Powers to shift the field and get Brandon Rose up a little bit on the Whalers defenders to make another block and gain those 5 extra crucial yards right now.
First and 10, 1:51 to go in this second quarter of football. First and 10, pitches the ball to Rose. He has a free up outside. Nice block by Thomas Kilby. He's following his block. He is going. He has a first down again. No, he doesn't. Maybe he does. Maybe he's shorter about 1 yard. Let's see what the judgment from our referees have. Second down for the Hilltoppers. I am speaking too soon. Second down, Hilltoppers. The Hilltoppers are eating up the clock. The clock is running right now with 1:27 to go in this first half of football.
Brandon Rose here picking up a big gain for the Hilltoppers, a 9-yard gain. Now it's 2nd and 1, Cliff. And in football, usually, when you have a 2nd and 1, you usually go for a free play. Sometimes you don't have to go for the first down.
Hands the ball off to Timmy Powers again. Timmy Powers is stopped. He gets a loss of about 1 yard on that play. The clock is running down with 1 minute to go. 3rd and 1 for the Hilltoppers. The Hilltoppers probably have enough timeout to get through this drive, and they call one right now. 58 seconds to go in the first half of football, second quarter of football, that is. That is a not right score on our scoreboard. It is not 6-0 Hilltoppers. There is no score yet in this ball game, but the Hilltoppers are tempting. The Hilltoppers are at the 15-yard line, 3rd and 2 with 58 seconds go in this second quarter of football.
As you can see on that last play, as I was discussing, they kind of went for that wide receiver end around again to try to pick up a big gain. Now you'll probably see Brandon Rose in that I-form set just shoot it right up the gut for the first down. Usually in a 2nd and 1 play, most football teams will take a free shot at the end zone or try to go for a big play, considering that it's 2nd and 1 and you only need 1 yard. You really don't have to go for the first down, considering you have that 3rd down to go.
Again, I want to make that correction. It is not 6-0 Hilltoppers. You probably have a little problem going down in our booth, but it's not 6-0 Hilltoppers. There is no score in this ball game. 58 seconds go in the second quarter of football. Second quarter of football is brought to you in part by Fall River Municipal Credit Union. We thank them and we thank all our sponsors. The Hilltoppers, under the leadership of B.J. McDonald, is shifting Thomas Kilby far out. We have a movement on that play. We have a flag. It looks to be for the Hilltoppers. We have it corrected. There is no score right now at Durfee High School. Mac Orchard Field live at Durfee High School. With 58 seconds to go, there's a flag on that play. Looks like a movement on the offensive line will move the Hilltoppers back a few yards. We'll keep them farther down in their end zone. 3rd and 7. 58 seconds ago, the sun has made its way through the clouds to finish this game off. Hopefully it will stay that way for the Hilltoppers. Puts Timmy Powers in motion. Short-handed motion. Hands the ball off to Timmy Powers on a reverse. Breaks a tackle by Antoine Murphy. He breaks another one, and he's brought down off his feet for the Hilltoppers. Nice job by Timmy Powers getting what they need, and the clock is running. Let's see if the Hilltoppers are going to call a timeout, and they do call a timeout. 40 seconds ago in the second quarter of football, as you see that replay. Nice hand move gesture by number 36, Antoine Murphy, but did not get much luck on that carry. The ball is wet, the field is wet, the sun is out. 40 seconds ago in the second quarter of football. No score from Durfee High School. Mac Aldridge Fields, if you're just tuning in, this has been a very much of a defensive ball game. The defenses have been tearing up the field as it's been absolutely teared up. As you can, if you look at the field, the sun is out, but the field is trashed. We have puddles. They're trying to drain the puddles on the Durfee sideline. It's cloudy skies as you see there, but that doesn't faze anybody. But the sun's out. The clouds, you see some clouds, but the sun has been breaking through the clouds every now and then. Just a great day for football. Even if it's cold, it could be snowing, it could be sleet, it could be rain. No matter what, Sean, this is a great day for football. It's Thanksgiving football.
Couldn't agree with you more, Cliff. Now, finally, the sun, as you were saying, has come out, starting to get a little better outside. No rain, but as far as on the field, Durfee definitely has to go for it here. 4th and 2, situation, 40 seconds left. They do not get the ball at the half, so we'll see what they do on offense. I would tend to think that they might want to try to use Brandon Rose on this 4th and 2 conversion and possibly go for a halfback off-tackle run to the left side where they have their both wide receivers positioned. We'll see what they do here with the dual running back set.
4th and 2 for the Hilltoppers. B.J. McDonald set back to throw, but he's seeing a lot of pressure from New Bedford Whalers. He is passing it to number 18, Nick Assad. Did he get it? Incomplete pass ruled by the referee. Pass intended for number 18, Nicholas Assad, but did not attempt that. B.J. McDonald, Sean, saw a lot of pressure on that play. You have not seen that much pressure from New Bedford yet in this ball game.
You can see on that play, B.J. McDonald had 2 Whalers defenders on him, forcing him to the left-hand side of the field, but that play was intended for a QB rollout anyway, so the pressure was kind of helped out by the play call of the offensive coordinator of the Hilltoppers, but nonetheless, incomplete pass for the Hilltoppers. They leave the Whalers with so-so field position starting on their own 20 with 31 seconds left.
As you said, 31 seconds left for the New Bedford Whalers to try to get something going before they go into halftime, before they head their way to the locker room. But we have a flag that is being waved up in the air. Let's see what this is. Right now, as we have this timeout, if you look at the crowd, this is great Durfee pride that you see. We see a lot of students that come to this school. We see a lot of alumni. We have a great game set for everybody. This is great Durfee pride that we see here at Durfee High School. Looks like they're going to knee the ball, and they're going to bring it down to the half, and the Whalers will come out with the ball next part of this game. So we are going into halftime right now with no score, 20 seconds remaining in this ball game. Sorry, 20 seconds ago in this first half of football. 2nd and 16. Ball on the 14-yard line. Seems to be some commotion going on.
Just expect the kneel from the Whalers. Again, the Hilltoppers just burned their last time out, so Whalers just want to take it into the half. Do not want to try to force a play and get a turnover and have Durfee score here. They have the ball at the half, so good move by the coaching staff of the Whalers, and after this kneel, we should go right into the second half of play.
And he's going to kneel, which will bring it to the locker room. So we're going into the locker room right now with no score at Durfee High School. The Hilltoppers and Whalers are both bringing themselves to the locker room to dry themselves off. You have a very wet, I'm sorry, they're going to be brought back. Looks like the referees are calling everybody back with 3 seconds, and the play clock is stopped with 3 seconds to go. No, I take that back. We're going to, yeah, okay. We're going to bring they're going to bring themselves into the locker room right now. So that was a good first half. Sean, what do you think about the first half of football? Is that what you expected? Did you expect to see any points on the board early, or?
Personally, Durfee should be up in this game 7-0. They didn't capitalize on those 2 chances they had to punch the ball in. So right now, going to the half, Durfee a little disappointed on the offensive side, but on the defensive side, they've played very well.
They have played very well on defense. We have a great halftime show set for you on the field here. The Durfee marching band will be doing their normal halftime show. I'm not sure if the cheerleaders are going. Yeah, they are. They're gonna be heroes just like our football players are, and they're gonna do their halftime show as well. So a great great half of football that we had so far at Durfee High School. We'd like to thank all our sponsors who have contributed. We'd like to thank everybody who was here. Our crew, everybody who's here. We are going to be back with our halftime show right after these messages from Durfee High School. We are back to football. Number 11, Timmy Powers, is set to kick off, and he does. Let's see what he does. He does his poo chick, exactly what I'm talking about, and has a fair catch by number 6, Jesse Walker. So first down for the Hilltoppers, 11 minutes to go in this third quarter of football. The third quarter is brought to you by Radical Ricks, the Family Entertainment Center. New Bedford Whalers offense, again, if you're just tuning in, quarterback Andrew Rebello, halfback number 26 who got injured, and it looks to be back in. Kevin Cabral, number 36. Fullback Antoine Murphy, who's seen most of the carries for the Whalers. Number 1, Ryan Rodricks, number 9, Drew Dwelly, both lead their league in the category of receptions and touchdown receptions. We're looking for the fans to get involved in this game. Andrew Rebello under center puts number 9, Drew Dwelly, in motion. Hands the ball off to as it looks to be a QB draw, and he has a first down and about 3 yards on that carry.
Nice play call to start off the second half for the Whalers as the QB keeper faked to the fullback, did Rebello, swung up the middle, broke a couple of tackles. Big gain for the Whalers.
Big game, gives him a first down and about 3 yards on that category.
Here's the replay. Rebello shades a tackle, tries to break it to the outside, breaks tackle from number 12, and is finally taken down by Durfee Hilltoppers defender there.
The New Bedford Whalers call a timeout. The Durfee High School starting defense is Jonathan Sanchez, Matt Font, Jason Springer, and 81, Ryan Siski. You see a lot of Thomas Kilby, Alex Menard, Brandon Rose, Kyle Medeiros, Corey Felix, Corey Sleep, Timmy Powers, and you will see Kyle Curtis, safety, and an outside linebacker. What a great crowd we have at Durfee High School. Durfee pride is shown. We have many alumni, many students. Everybody ready. Everybody ready for a great game of football at Durfee High School. We have a timeout on the field. Coach Winowski is taking advantage of this timeout called by the New Bedford Whalers. Why do you think the Whalers called a timeout here, Sean?
Probably just a group on a big play, probably just trying to get the play down, possibly look for a pass here, calling a timeout. Or maybe the other situation is that Rebello and the rest of the team wasn't really sure what the play was going to be, so they needed to call a timeout so they did not get a delayed game penalty.
Yeah, they're right on the spot. Andrew Rebello under the helm again. Antoine Murphy and Kevin Cabral in the backfield. Pitches the ball to Antoine Murphy. Antoine Murphy gets about 2 yards on that carry and is knocked out of bounds. 10:23 to go in this third quarter of football. I'm still in the second quarter. Third quarter of football brought to you by Radical Ricks, the Family Entertainment Center. No score at Durfee High School if you're just tuning into us. No score. A lot of action, but no score yet, which is surprising. 2nd and 8. With 10 minutes to go. The clock is winding down. Andrew Rebello under center. Nick LeBlanc Hands the ball off to Antoine Murphy. Antoine Murphy gets about 3 yards on that carry category. Carry! Boy, my speech is horrible. Now, the footballs are starting to get soaked. We're going to be seeing a lot of movement of footballs. We're going to see a lot of towels. We're going to see even more towels now. The field has not been dried out at all. The sun is out, but the field is not getting any drier. Andrew Rebello under the helm again. Let's see what they're going to do. They're very pass successful. Fakes the handoff to Murphy. Passes to number 1, Ryan Rodriguez, but it's an incomplete pass ruled by our referees. So it's 4th and 3.
Lucky break for the Hilltoppers on that. You have to come up with that catch. That would have been a first down.
The Belmont Club trivia question. What year did New Bedford Whalers versus the Durfee Thanksgiving rivalry begin? This trivia question is brought to you by the Belmont Club on 34 Franklin Street in Fall River. Again, what year did New Bedford Whalers versus the Durfee Hilltoppers Thanksgiving Day rivalry game start? I mentioned this. If you were watching us from the get-go, you should know the answer to this question. I know the answer to it. I put it this way. If you can do the math, it's over 114 years.
Oh, that's just giving it away now.
Oh, no, it's not. The Whalers are set to punt the ball. Brandon Rose out deep to receive the ball. Successful, almost blocked. There is no flag down. The coaching staff wants a flag. We do have a flag. A flag was thrown late. That flag was thrown late. That was a miss. Maybe that was a. I doubt that was roughing the kicker there. That doesn't seem right. Let's see what that late flag was for. We saw a lot of oohs and ahs from our crowd. 8:59 to go here in this ball game. It is against Durfee. He did not call it right from the bat. Maybe that was a bad call by the refs, but however, no matter what, they have called it. And that is against the Hilltoppers. Steve Winowski not too happy about the call, probably because of the late flag there, Sean. That was not... Usually the referees just whip it down right away, but it was a late call. Andrew Rebello under helm again for the Whalers. Hands the ball off to Antoine Murphy. Antoine Murphy gets about 8 or 9 yards on that carry, just short of a first down.
Penalty could prove costly for the Hilltoppers there, giving the Whalers back the possession. So we'll see what happens here. Nice run there by the Whalers. Just can't make penalties like that deep inside your territory with the score 0-0. That could be huge.
We have to say it's been a clean game with not much flags thrown. That's probably the first or second one we've seen so far in this ball game. A very well officialed ball game. The best ref on Thanksgiving. There's no gain on that one, and it doesn't look like they get a first down, so it's going to be about 3rd and 2 on the 27-yard line.
Nice tackle here by Kyle Medeiros.
It is
Medeiros, the linebacker. Good tackle, wrapped up the Whaler running back by the legs, took him down, not allowing the Whalers to pick up the first down. It'll be 3rd and 2 now, and the defensive line for the Hilltoppers has to come up huge because they need this stop. This could be a game-changing event if the Whalers do score here.
7:40 to go in this third quarter of football. Andrew Rebello under center again. Hands the ball off to Antoine Murphy. Antoine Murphy gets about 3 yards and do get a first down. First down, New Bedford Whalers.
Whalers starting to pick up some momentum on that first down conversion on the 3rd and 2.
First and 10 for the Whalers, getting a first down by Antoine Murphy. The Whalers are coming out of this drive, moving the ball very much so upfield on the 28-yard line. First and 10 from the 28-yard line, pitches the ball to number 26, Kevin Cabral. Kevin Cabral hits the outside, gets about 3 or 4 yards on that category. Why do I keep saying that? Carry. 3 or 4 yards on that carry. Second and 7 with the clock at about 6:50 to go. There you see Coach Steve Wanowski. He's been coaching these Hilltops for over 11 years. Definitely is not a rookie to this Thanksgiving matchup.
By no means is he a rookie, Cliff. By no means.
Second and 7 from the 20-yard line. 6:33 to go in the third quarter of football. Hands the ball off to Antoine Murphy. Antoine Murphy just looking for the first down. It is not successful for his first down, but we have third and about 3 on that carry. Third quarter of football, 6 minutes to go. Third quarter of football at Durfee High School. There is no score yet.
Ball officially marked 3rd and 2. And again, the Hilltoppers defense have to come up big on this third down conversion.
We have a change. It's surprisingly that Andrew Abella was not in this ball game, and there's a fumble down in the play. Let's see who the ref decide who has this football. We see a lot of red jerseys. Let's see where the referees position it towards Coach Bear. Thinks it's the Hilltoppers' ball. And it's 4th down. Andrew Abella is no longer in at quarterback for the New Bedford Whalers. Mike Walsh Jr. is taking over at the helm. Maybe it was an injury to Rebella that we are not aware of. But he is not out of this ball. He is not in this ball game. So we have the New Bedford Whalers have junior Mike Walsh. The fans are getting involved in this ball game. This is what Durfee Pride is all about, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody's on their feet on the Durfee sidelines. This is last game for some seniors, last game for some coaches, and this is what it all comes down to. 5 minutes to go, 4th and 3. The Hilltoppers need a stop. And the New Bedford Whalers are going to take advantage of that, and they're going to call a timeout, Sean. The crowd was definitely getting on the defensive side of the ball, but okay. Gives the fans time to calm down and get a little bit louder. 5:02 to go, third quarter of football.
Well, both said
The answer to our trivia question, the answer is 1893. So this game started in 1893, over 114 years. We thank the Belmont Club for sponsoring this trivia question on 34 Franklin Street in Fall River. The fans are intense. This game is underway. 4th and 3, 5:02 to go in the third quarter. Let's see what they do. Fakes the handoff to Antoine Murphy. Looks for Ryan Rodriguez in the end zone. Touchdown Whalers! Touchdown Whalers, and we have a flag. A late hit of a flag. Coach Wanowski is right in front of the referees flipping out. That is going to give him a flag. That looks to be a bad call from the ref standpoint. That was a pass interference. Coach Wanowski is flipping out on the sidelines, which will cost the Hilltoppers, give the Hilltoppers a flag and a little bit more. Here you see the replay. Let's see if there was pass interference here, Sean.
We'll take a look slowly as the QB rolls out. We'll take a look on that wide receiver fade if there was actually pass interference. Have the slow motion replay here. There's Corey Sleep, and it looks like, can't really see on the camera angle there, but it looks like there may have been a minor push-off by number 9, the senior, Drew Dwelly of the New Bedford Whalers. See what the call is.
There was a call. There was a holding against the Hilltoppers, so it is against the Hilltoppers. That is the reason why Coach Steve Wanowski is. The touchdown counts. So it is a touchdown, New Bedford Whalers. Coach Steve Wanowski is not liking the decision by the referees, but there is not much he can do. So we do have a score here at Durfee High School, 6-0 Hilltoppers. The fans are not agreeing. Coach Wanowski is not agreeing. There must be a reason for that. I'm sorry, I got to correct myself. 6-0 Whalers. I said Hilltoppers. 6-0 Whalers. The backup quarterback is in for the Whalers. Robello looks to be out of action at this time. Coach Wanowski is demanding a reason for the holding call. Doesn't look like we saw that, but I don't think it was on the reception. But let's see what the play is going to be. which is a surprise. I would have surprised to see Drew Dorelli got called for pass interference, but there wasn't. So it went the way to the Hilltoppers. Coach Winowski does have his reasons for his anger at this time. So 6-0 Whalers, third quarter of football, 4:52 to go.
Well, Cliff, it looked as if both defensive back Corey Sleep and wide receiver number 9, Drew Dorelli, were jockeying for position in that play. So maybe the call could have gone either way, but obviously Coach Winowski is not happy with the outcome.
Coach Winowski is not pleased right now. 4:52 to go. 6-0 Whalers. Let's see what they're going to do with their field goal. Is it? No. It is good. Field goal is good. 7-0 Whalers. The extra point is successful for the Whalers. 7-0 is the score in this ball game. So New Bedford 7, Durfee High School 0, third quarter of football. This third quarter of football is brought to you by Radical Ricks. Coach Winowski is saying to these plays, I can guarantee you this, Sean, that's nothing to worry about. 7 points, we can get that easy. The offensive side of the ball for the Hilltoppers, once they start showing up, nobody can touch them. Let's see what Coach Steve Winowski is going to do. Coach Tommy Botello is going to run for the offense. They have to mix something up because we saw a lot of Brandon Rose getting the pitches and the carries, but maybe they'll mix it up and give the ball to Corey Sleep or Thomas Kilby, who was a captain. 4:52 at Mac Aldridge Field at Durfee High School, live on Fred TV. We have fans. This is all you can ask for. Thanksgiving football. You gotta love it, baby. 7-0 Whalers. We finally have a score with 4:52 to go in the third quarter. Timmy Powers and Brandon Rose out deep to receive it. In front of them, Corey Albergaria, Alex Menard, and Thomas Kilby. Coach Steve Winowski still looking for answers for that last play. Doesn't look like he's getting much. Ball dropped dead, but picked up by Brandon Rose. Brandon Rose looks to run this one back. He has his block, and all he needs is a block by Joey Michaels, and Joey Michaels misses his block. But he would have had an open field carry for that one. But with 4:44 to go, third quarter of football, the Hilltoppers have to open up, hopefully their passing game. Let's see what the Hilltoppers are going to do. What do you think they're going to do, Sean?
Well, we got the replay here. Here's Brandon Rose getting some nice blocks, and finally gets taken down. It looks by number 9, Drew Dorelli there. But as far as the Hilltoppers go, they're going to continue to use the same game plan they've used all game. Go to Brandon Rose. Maybe they'll mix it up now a little bit, but I don't see them deferring away from anything else. Maybe a play-action pass on second down if they get a good gain here.
Defense shifting over. B.J. McDonald hands the ball off to Brandon Rose. Brandon Rose does not get much because he does not get much blocking from the offensive line. New Bedford Whalers sticking it to the offensive lineman. Sean, probably the weather conditions are kicking in, but the game is going to be won on the offensive line. I've said this before. I will say it again. I coach football, and I tell my team every single time, whether it be halftime, whether it be at the end of this game, whether it be at the beginning of the game is going to be won on your offensive line. If you do not have offensive linemen blocking, you are not going to win this ball game. The Hilltoppers break the huddle again under the leadership of junior B.J. McDonald. Pitches the ball deep, far down to Brandon Rose. Brandon Rose hits the outside. Brandon Rose breaks one tackle, breaks another one. Brandon Rose is breaking it. Oh, he stopped at about the 2-yard line, just short of a touchdown. Nice run following his blocks. That's something we have not seen from the Hilltopper side of the football yet. Brandon Rose breaking about 2 tackles on that one, running, using his speed and quickness from the outside.
That's exactly why you don't defer away from your game plan. Finally gets some good blocks, breaks a tackle there as Brandon Rose shoots it down to the right sideline, evades a tackle there, and is taken down by the legs by the last Whaler defender. But here we go again, the same situation they've had 2 times already in this game. Deep inside the Whalers' territory, now placed on the 2-yard line. Who do they go to now? I believe you have to, in this situation, you have seen that Rose has not worked twice already. You have to go to Kilby in this situation to punch in the 6.
Looks like they're going to go for the QB sneak. B.J. McDonald looks like he has a lot of New Bedford Whalers on top of him here. 3:19 to go. The clock is winding down. 7-0 Whalers.
Doesn't appear as if he got in there, Cliff. Maybe on the 1-yard line, but that's about it. Not enough push for B.J. McDonald to get in.
.257 to go. 7-0 Whalers. Second down and gold. Third quarter of football. 2:45 to go. Second down. Ball on the one. Let's see if B.J. McDonald's going to stuff it up the middle again. He pitches the ball to Brandon Rose. Brandon Rose finds his block. Brandon Rose is in there. Touchdown, Hilltoppers! Following his blocks on the outside is Brandon Rose and getting in there for the touchdown. We have a 6-7 ball game right now. You don't really hear that too much, but 7-6. Hilltoppers are on the scoreboard here.
They see Kilby in motion, and the pitch to Rose almost gets tackled by the legs and hurdles over the defender to score the 6 points. Now this extra point proves vital here. The field is not that great condition-wise. They're going to make sure they get this in to make it 7-7.
You see the New Bedford Whalers coming off the ball, scoring their first time out of the second half, and the Durfee Hilltoppers come right back and score. There's a flag on the play, probably a delay of game. Let's see why there is a flag on the play. Maybe there could be too many players on the field. Let's see what the flag could be. Illegal substitution is what it is. Illegal substitution for the Hilltoppers. The Hilltoppers are looking for the block to kick the field goal. They are not going for two. They are getting the block. They cannot find it. That is not good. I'm sure that block is buried in one of these mud puddles somewhere. It's probably underground already, Sean. But there was a flag on the play which moved the Hilltoppers back a little bit. But Timmy Powers, if you heard him on the radio, I'm sure you could see he has no problem. There is another flag again, and the Hilltoppers are flipping out. I think Coach Winowski should call a timeout right now to get things straightened out. Two penalties in a row because the Hilltoppers are getting moved back. They do not have their block. They are not organized. Somebody, probably a sophomore or a freshman, should be getting in control of that, but their block is nowhere to be found. An illegal substitution. 2 straight times in a row.
Can't have that happen after you just score a touchdown. Now you're in range to tie the game, and then you have 2 pretty random penalties. Not really thinking so far. Now they're forced to go to 2.
They're going for 2. They pitch the ball to Brandon Rose. Cut down. Nice job by Thomas Kilby. Maybe they'll get it. No. Just short of the extra. Just short of the 2-point conversion. Well, the Hilltoppers just coming back from a score. And it's 7-6. New Bedford Whalers are in this one. This third quarter, not much left of it, is brought to you in part by Radical Rick's, the Family Entertainment Center. 2:33 to go. Whalers 7, Hilltoppers 6. 2 straight penalties, which is having the Durfee sidelines a little concerned and worried of what's going on. But they could not find their block. They have to have some answers now. They have to come back and play great defense and receive the ball once again. And Timmy Powers is out set to kick the ball. Drew Dwelly and Ryan Roderick's out deep for the New Bedford Whalers to hopefully recover the football. But these conditions, I wouldn't be surprised to see if Timmy Powers and Coach Steve Winowski's idea here is to pooch kick it, which they have done very successful throughout the course of this season. Third quarter, 2:33 to go. New Bedford 7, Hilltoppers 6. Third quarter of football is brought to you by Radical Rick's. Timmy Powers set to kick it deep. If not, if he's not going to kick it deep, he's probably going to do a pooch kick. But number 6, Jesse Walker is set to do what he's done. They're going to try it, and they're going to do it, but it's a little bit farther. Ryan Rodricks picks the ball up and is stopped and made by a tackle by number 90, Jason Springer, and number 38, Corey Sleep, in there for the tackle as well.
Hey, who has the clock right now?
7-6. I hate to sound redundant, but we have a good ball game here. 2:26 to go. Hilltoppers 7. Whalers 7, Hilltoppers 6. This third quarter of football is brought to you by Radical Rick's, the Family Entertainment Center. Bedford Whalers break the huddle. No more Andrew Rebello. We have number 7, Mike Walsh, in there. Who is not new to the puzzle. He is a junior. Hands the ball off, but it's stacked. It looks like he's going to try for the QB carry, but no such luck. It is stopped. And the fans are getting on the Durfee side of the football.
Good defensive stop there by the front four line of the Hilltoppers, reading the QB sneak there. Taking Andrew Rebello down for now a 2nd and 9. He had a 1-yard gain on the play.
Under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. 2nd and 9. Ball on the 36-yard line. 1:50 to be exact. Andrew Rebello is out of this ball game, so we have Mike Walsh, number 7, at the helm for the Whalers, doing what the Hilltoppers have been doing, but very successfully, but not as successful as the Hilltoppers have. And a loss of yardage. We are joined up in the booth by Mayor Lambert. Mayor Lambert, happy Thanksgiving. How are you?
Thanks, Cliff. How you doing?
Good.
You guys are doing a great job. I want to congratulate the students from Fred TV for bringing us live to so many people, and I want to wish everybody a very happy Thanksgiving. Our kids are playing tough. There's still a lot of ball game left.
Now, did you play football when you were?
No.
Oh, no?
I was a spectator.
You were a spectator. What do you think these field conditions will do? What do you about the field conditions here?
Well, we're talking a little bit about that. As people are looking at this field, one of the things that we have planned for next year is hopefully a transition to a new field, the likes of which you see up at Brockton and some other facilities. You want to see the kids have the best athletic experience possible. You don't want to see the game decided by mud and bad conditions. We've been planning now for almost a year. We've finished the gym floor.
Yep.
Particularly when the basketball season starts, you're going to see a beautiful new inside facility. Phase 2, the fields outside here. These fields are more than 30 years old. We've always had drainage problems here. We want to have a nice turf field with some nice give to it. Let our athletes go out and compete based completely on athletic skill and no other factor. Although, football and mud kind of go together.
Yeah, well, this is something special here. We have a puddle going throughout both sidelines here and a huge puddle in the middle of the field, but it's not going to phase. The Whalers set to punt this one off. Brandon Rose out there to receive it. Picks it up for the Hilltoppers. Looks to follow a block. Nice block by Jason Springer again, but it's brought down by, I have no idea what number because they're all in black. So I really can't say, but brought down by the New Bedford Whalers. Mayor Lambert, thank you very much for your time. Have a great Thanksgiving.
Great job. Thanks very much, Sean, and good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You too. Thank you, Mayor Lambert, for your time. Third quarter of football is almost complete. Hilltoppers 7. I keep saying this. I want the Hilltoppers to win. Whalers 7. New Bedford Whalers 7. Hilltoppers 6. 39 seconds to go in this third quarter. Brought to you by Radical Rick's, our Family Entertainment Center.
Well, the Hilltoppers get exactly what they wanted on defense. Let's see what they do on offense now. All the momentum on their side.
Momentum is on their side offensively. Brandon Rose set deep. Pitches the ball again, which has been successful for the Hilltoppers, which I'm surprised to see. And the Hilltoppers are just short of about 2 yards of a first down. Sean, I got to say I'm surprised with the play calling here for the Hilltoppers. I'm not saying it's a bad play calling, but I'm just surprised as this third quarter of football winds down with under 15 seconds to go. We've seen a lot of Brandon Rose, and he's a human. He's just in high school, and there's only so much he could take. I'm surprised they haven't mixed it up at all. Gregory Burton is in there at guard. Andrew Cordero is set to be out. Thomas Allen's in there. We have a double tight with Alex Menard and Corey Albugaria, but we have a whistle, and it looks to be a timeout. So that play was a little bit different. We set up. We have a couple substitutions. We're going to bring you the rest of this fourth quarter of football. Good afternoon and happy Thanksgiving. Great game right now. Whalers 7, Hilltoppers 6. Fourth quarter is just about ready to get underway at Durfee High School. A very good ball game. I'm sure a lot of people were surprised on the outcome of this ball game. I figured it'd be a high-scoring game, but with these conditions, sure has changed the momentum and the way this score will change. But the Durfee Hilltoppers offensively have made a few changes. Gregory Burton, number 55, in there for guard. Andrew Cordero now You also got to remember the quarterback for the New Bedford Whalers, Andrew Rabello, is out of the action right now. Mike Walsh is in there for the Whalers. Hilltoppers ready to go back on field offensively. Offensive line for the Hilltoppers, Mikey Olette at center. You have Thomas Allen, Gregory Burton, Mikey Olette, I mentioned, and we have Joseph Michaels and Robert Yarborough. Pitches the ball to Brandon Rose, looking for the blitz. Nice block by Thomas Kilby, but there's only so many blocking he can do, and he is taken down by a bunch of New Bedford Whalers players. In on that tackle for the Whalers, number 77, Josh Nunes, who is a senior. He's the only jersey I could actually see their numbers to. Not many people you can see.
Everyone's pretty much covered up in blood so far in this game. You can basically tell who's been in there for the core of the game, such as Brandon Rose. You can barely make out his jersey number on the back.
We'd like to thank Dunkin' Donuts on Pleasant Street for supplying us with breakfast this morning, as our crew and us were given a great breakfast courtesy of Dunkin' Donuts on Pleasant Street in Fall River. We thank them, and we thank all our sponsors, because this would not have been done without you, and we very much so appreciate this. We also have to get it. I know it's only the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter, 10:13 to go. It is not the third quarter anymore. It is the fourth quarter of football at Durfee High School. Second and 3 on the 34-yard line. The chains are out to measure and see if it's going to be a first down or not. They are short of a first down. Coach Bear and Coach Winowski are both thinking that it should be a first down, but it's not. This fourth quarter of football is brought to you by J-Zack's Health and Fitness Center. We thank them again and all our sponsors who have helped contribute to this ball game. 10:13 to go in the fourth quarter of football. Whalers 7, Hilltoppers 6. 3rd and 1. 38-yard line. So the start of the third quarter went very much how hopefully the fourth quarter will go. New Bedford comes straight out of the gates, scoring a touchdown, which cost a holding penalty against the Hilltoppers, which caused another flag. Coach Winowski flipping out on the sidelines, and on the other side of the ball, other way, the Hilltoppers come right out of the gate scoring on their first drive. B.J. McDonald looked for the first down. Looks to be a fumble, and picking up by the Whalers, and it's pointed the other way. Whalers have received the football. Whalers have the football offensively. That is not good for the Hilltoppers, who have had momentum going their way throughout this whole entire drive. 9:55 to go. Whalers 7, Hilltoppers 6. Fourth quarter of football brought to you by J-Zack's Health and Fitness Center.
Here's the replay. B.J. McDonald goes for the QB sneak, and he must have lost it, possibly kicked out when he was running for the first down, and it was easily picked up, as you can tell, by the Whalers. Constant turn of events for the Hilltoppers here. Field position for the Whalers looks really good, and they have a lot of time on the clock to score with 9:55 remaining in the fourth quarter. Kind of killed the momentum for the Hilltoppers. As you can see, after that play, they were very, very angry. Thomas Kilby throwing his arm up in the air, kind of yelling at his own players, but the momentum kind of taken out by the Whalers on that fumble recovery.
Walsh again in for the injured Andrew Rabello, who's on the sidelines, which I don't believe is in this ball game at all. So the junior for the New Bedford Whalers will be at the helm probably for the remainder of this ball game. 9:35 to go in the fourth quarter of football. J-Zack's Health and Fitness, we thank you for sponsoring us. New Bedford 7, Hilltoppers 6. 2nd and 6 from the 34-yard line. Waltz again under the center, Nicola Blank. Hands the ball off to Antoine Murphy. Antoine Murphy heads down. Tackled by number 81, Ryan Siska for the Durfee Hilltoppers.
Good tackle by Siska there, wrapping up the running back, taking him down by the back, using all the momentum Siska had and the weight distribution on that tackle.
Antoine Murphy, extremely powerful back, very strong, doing well for the New Bedford Whalers. 3rd and 2 from the 30-yard line, 8:41 to go. Whalers 7, Hilltoppers 6. 3rd and 2 from the 30-yard line. Wallace under center again. Hands the ball off to Murphy again, looking for the first down. There's a fumble on the play. So let's see who ends up coming on top of it. They have not called it a fumble. 4th down. 4th and 2. 8 minutes to go in this ball game. Maybe they'll come out with the change to determine and see if it was a first down or not. No, it's not. 4th down right now. 4th and 2.
See if the Whalers come out for the kill here and try to go for it, or if they try to pooch punt it into one of the corners, such as a coffin corner punt. But if I were the Whalers right now, 7:50 left on the clock, you got to go for this, and they indeed are.
The fans are in this game. The players are in this game. We have a great ball game for you. 7-6 right now. Whalers are ahead of this one. Hilltoppers are ready for the blitz. Ready for the screen. Hands the ball off. Sacked ball number 20, Brandon Rose. Assisted by number 90, Jason Springer. Assisted by number 12, Corey Felix. Excellent game tackle for the Hilltoppers, which bring the Durfee Hilltoppers back on the field offensively.
Good defensive pressure by the Hilltoppers. Had a tough time reading the play at first, and then finally they took down a quarterback here. It appeared to be Andrew Rubello. Good defensive pressure by the front four and the linebackers to get that tackle and the turnover on downs.
Coach,
now it looks like the Hilltoppers have a little momentum going here. The fans getting back into the game. 7:29, plenty of time on the clock to drive the ball down the field and score. Look for the first play to go back to Brandon Rose. He had a big run last time. Look for that pitch to the right-hand side.
Corey Alvagarius set up on your far side left. Pitches the ball to Brandon Rose again. Nice block by number 34, Thomas Kilby, but does not get too much on that one. We got a flag on the play after the play is thrown.
Here,
Let's see if it's a face mask.
Either that or a holding call, and that play would be brought back.
Could have been a personal foul. Hilltoppers need to remember what they're taught by Coach Manowski. Clean, hard-nosed football is what it is all about. Looks to be going against the Durfee Hilltoppers. Fourth quarter, 7:21. The clock is stopped because there's a flag. The refs are conversing to see what it is. It's probably against the Hilltoppers because they're pointing in direction. Looks to be a flag deeper downfield. Could be a face mask or a personal foul. There we see our fans going for number 50, Andrew Cordero, who's not in this ball game. Gregory Burton isn't there on offense again. Sorry, I got to take that back. Andrew Cordero is back on offense. Who is a senior who came up from the JV team this year and has shown so much progression as Andrew Cordero. Done a great job coming back, started every single game. He got his job from Thomas Allen coming down with injury, but Thomas Allen is healthy, and Thomas Allen is having a great game at guard. Thomas Allen has lost a lot of weight coming in from freshman year and is very much quicker and very more athletic. As you see him pulling, trying to pick somebody up, but not too successful there, knocking a couple guys down. But with the clock running down with under 7 minutes to go, the ball was first and 20 from the 35-yard line.
Big 6-yard gain there by Brandon Rose and company. Make it 2nd and 14. Still a long way to go for the Hilltoppers to get a first down. They either need a big run or they need a play-action pass here to get the first down. 2nd and 14. Still have this play and the next play to try to get first down.
.620 to go. 7-6. Whalers are ahead of this one.
Have a timeout on the field, Cliff.
Timeout on the field here. Back to action here. 6:20 to go. 7-6 Whalers. B.J. McDonald, 2nd and 14 on the 35-yard line. Hands the ball off to Rose, who hands the ball off to Timmy Powers, who fakes the Whalers out and is stopped by number 66. 66. Chris Grande in on that tackle for the Whalers. Nice job, nice play calling for the Hilltoppers.
just took the words out of my mouth, Cliff. Great play call, but if you see Timmy Powers does not shoot it to the outside, he shoots it right up the gut to the middle, and that was the key to that play, Cliff. If he takes that wide receiver end around and tries to go around then to the sideline, that play was going to amount to nothing. Good heads-up play by Timmy Powers to see that hole up the middle like a running back, shoot it, and pick up a big gain. 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1, 5:35 to go. Hands the ball off to Brandon Rose. Brandon Rose is not getting much help from his offensive lineman, but get a first down is all they need, and they do so. First down, Hilltoppers.
Great extra effort by Brandon Rose on that play. Getting it to the outside, breaking a tackle, spinning off of him to pick up the first down. 5:30 to go in the game. Hilltoppers fans getting back into this. We have a trivia question.
This trivia question is brought to you by A&M Electrical. Where did the first rivalry game take place? We thank A&M Electrical for their assistance in sponsoring this game. I know the answer to that one too. Puts Timmy Powers in motion. B.J. McDonald does. The defense shifts from left to right. Hands the ball off to number 20, Brandon Rose, but there was a flag on the play.
Looks like it's going to be a false start on the offense. Number 80 for the Hilltoppers.
Corey Albuquerque. Corey Albuquerque seemed to move early.
He had a little bit of trouble with that defensive line shift that the Whalers had prior to his false start.
Well, Sean, we have 5 minutes to go in this Thanksgiving football game. The event went by very quick. We have a lot of people on hand to watch this ball game. Looks like people have left their television sets and came to Durfee High School because the sun made its way out. But the field is soaked, but that doesn't matter. There are not that many New Bedford Whalers shirts that you can see. B.J. McDonald shifts the defense again, has the defense shift, fakes the handoff to Powers, who gives the ball to Rose, follows his block. Not much tackle execution by the Whalers. First down, Hilltoppers.
Again, Brandon Rose coming up with a big play on offense. Huge first down. And as you see, the clock keeps on tick-tocking away. They could actually bring this drive if they continue to be successful here running the ball down inside the red zone with maybe a minute left to go by the way the clock is running down ever so fastly.
Good matchup, head-to-head. 7-6. The Hilltoppers are threatening on the 45-yard line. First and 15. Under 4 minutes to go in this ball game. B.J. McDonald looking at the defense, picking it up. Hands the ball off to Brandon Rose. Brandon Rose hits the outside. Brandon Rose is going to follow. Robert Yarborough's block, but they end up colliding, which brings Brandon Rose down, but they get another first down. Nice job by the offensive lineman. If Robert Yarborough, number 69, who was a sophomore, would have made that block, that was a touchdown for the Hilltoppers. But regardless, that was a first down and a very good job by the offensive lineman.
For the Hilltoppers, but it seemed as if Brendan Rose and his blocker upfield were a little indecisive on what to do. If Brendan Rose decides to take that to the outside on the sideline, that could have been a bigger play for the Hilltoppers. But if you look at the way the clock is right now, Cliff, 3:49 left to go. That tackle on the open field actually could prove to be beneficial for the Hilltoppers. Now they get another first down, kill more time off the clock. That's less time for the Whalers to score.
We would like to thank the Hilltopper Bake Shop located in Durfee High School. The Hilltopper Bake Shop is a full-service bake shop. Whatever your needs are, we usually can accommodate it. Pastry trays for 20 people to 800 are no problem. Cakes of all sizes, all pastries are prepared by the students of Durfee High School of the Hilltopper Bake Shop and is of highest quality and standards. We got to thank Mr. Wood in the vocational department down there. Again, we hear a lot of things bad about Durfee High School, all the negative things that might, come their way. But let me tell you, Durfee High School is a good school. So many opportunities that we have here. Our volleyball team having a great year. Our soccer teams all the way around having a great year. I mean, all sports teams. It's not just football. Everybody is involved. The answer to this A&M Electrical trivia question, the answer was Alumni Field down over on Rock Street was the first place this rivalry game take place. We thank very much A&M Electrical for their contributions and everybody who assisted us in this ball game. Thanksgiving football. Hilltoppers come out with a full side on the right. Puts Timmy Powers in motion. Hands the ball off to Brandon Rose. Brandon Rose breaks two. Breaks the tackle. It's just having him on their back. And it is it's stopped at the 1 yard line. It is stopped at the 1-yard line, but good field position for the Hilltoppers. Nice job by Brandon Rose, and a good job by the offense for the Hilltoppers, Sean.
Definitely can tell that Brandon Rose wants to win this game. Shading and breaking away from a good amount of tackles there on that play. Same situation again. The Hilltoppers just seem to find themselves on that 1 or 2 yard line. They've scored on it once, but they haven't converted twice when they've been this deep inside the red zone. Let's see if they go to Brandon Rose on a sweep again as they did to score that last touchdown.
We will see what's going to happen here. The Hilltoppers are going to call a timeout.
Timeout called out by B.J. McDonald. Probably a good heads-up call considering the confusion they had on that extra point on the prior touchdown they scored.
Now, the Hilltoppers have been in this situation many times prior to this ball game, but could not convert, unfortunately. But the Hilltoppers are trying to do so right now. 3:16 to go. 7-6 Whalers are ahead of this one, but the Hilltoppers are threatening at their 1-yard line. First and goal from the Hilltoppers 1-yard line. We are probably going to see a QB sneak by B.J. McDonald, who is a junior. Hilltoppers break the huddle with double tight. Alex Menard, Corey Albergaria, Brandon Rose, and Thomas Kilby in the backfield along with Alex Menard. Let's see what the Hilltoppers do. Touchdown, Hilltoppers! Nice job by Brandon Rose breaking through all of his blocks in a whole bunch of white-colored sort of jerseys. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. Are there any flags on the play? No, sir. 12-7. Hilltoppers are ahead of this one.
Great call by Steve Ronowski and company for the halfback off tackle to the right. Brandon Rose gets all his blocks. There's the whole touchdown, Hilltoppers. Now, in this situation, you have to go for 2. You have to go for 2 to make it a touchdown lead. See what they elect to do. See if they go to Brandon Rose here again. But you definitely need the 2 points in this situation. Only up by 5 points are the Hilltoppers.
They are not. Looks like they're probably going for the extra point here.
Remember, they did this against Time last time we commentated a game. It was a fake.
It was a fake, but it's knocked off. Timmy Powers recovers it. Timmy Powers is in there. Touchdown, Hilltoppers! Nice job by Timmy Powers getting in there, picking his team up. That handoff was intended for Brandon Rose to hit the outside the other way, but Timmy Powers, with his great athletic ability, picks the ball up, goes the other way for the Hilltoppers, gets the 2 points. 14-7 Hilltoppers.
Very fortunate on this 2-point conversion fake extra point. Fumble is picked up by Timmy Powers and it goes in for 2. Now, as I was trying to say before that play happened, is that they were probably going to fake, and they did. Very fortunate that the fumble scooted all the way to Timmy Powers' hands. Put it in for 2, 14-7. The Whalers have 3:10 to make a drive downfield.
That was a great block. That was a great block by Alex Menard. I'm not sure, number 84 had a great block in contributing to that touchdown. Nice job by Timmy Powers there, showing his great athleticism on that play. Nice job
Definitely
by the Hilltoppers.
Definitely a good job by Timmy Powers.
There seems to be a change in call here. That is a shuffle pass. It looks to be an incomplete pass, so the 2-point conversion is not successful. Sean, that missed my mind. That is certainly a surprise. That was definitely everybody in the stands is looking up to us. They want us to go for the replay, but there's no replay in high school football. I'm sorry. But so the score in this game, the Hilltoppers are ahead. Their 2-point conversion was not successful. 12-7. That was a forward pass, which was called incomplete for the Hilltoppers. So the score right now is 12-7. 3:10 to go in this 4th quarter of football. Is brought to you by J-Zack's Health and Fitness Center. Here we see it again. Yes, you do. It's definitely a forward pass. Good call by the referees right on top of their game. Let's see it one more time in slower motion. It is a forward pass intended for number 20, Brandon Rose, which is tipped off by a New Bedford Whaler. That is a right call by the refs. So 12-7 is the score right now. 3:10 to go. Timmy Powers with his pooch kick, and it is caught by number 3 for the New Bedford Whalers, Matthew St. Jean, who is a wide receiver, who is a junior. Excellent field position now do the Whalers have. I'm surprised the Hilltoppers not kicked that deep, Sean.
and it looked as if they were trying to have the the Whalers tip that ball and try to recover, sort of like an onside kick, but it was sort of a pooch punt. They had their gunner, Corey Sleep, who has very sneaky speed, try to get in there and recover the football. But on that extra point attempt, the fake, it looked as if at first, this is why they probably deliberated, that Brendan Rose had possession of the ball and it was a fumble, but upon further review, it was figured out that he did not catch it and it was incomplete.
Andrew Bellows not yet in there. Yep, for the Hilltoppers, for the Whalers, Mike Walsh is in there. Screen passes it, but it's a fumble. It is picked up by the Hilltoppers. Hilltoppers ball. Bad call, bad judgment by the New Bedford Whalers. Mike Walsh getting nervous as a junior and picked up by number 34, Thomas Kilby, for the Durfee Hilltoppers.
There's a play. Andrew Rubello drops back and pitches it.
They have changing calls. They have changed their call, it looks like to me. Looks to me they have changed their call. That line, see the problem there, Sean, that's a problem because the referee indicated that it was a Hilltoppers ball and then there was a change in count. Let's see what the outcome's going to be here. Coach Winowski is again looking for answers.
It's the same situation as the extra point fake. They're ruling it as a shovel pass incomplete, it looks like. A little bit of miscommunication on the official side
again,
but they finally
reversed. Again going with the New Bedford Whalers' favor. Jason Springer right behind, spying the quarterback. Pass to Ryan Rodricks. Caught. It is a New Bedford Whalers first down. 2:50 to go. Hilltoppers are ahead of this one 12-7. Third down. No, I'm sorry. That is not a first down. We got 3rd and 3 on the 49-yard line. I have to miscount myself because there was a flag on that play. So 3rd and 3 from the 49-yard line. 2:33 to go. Hilltoppers 12, Whalers 7. Fourth quarter football brought to you by Jay Zach's Health and Fitness Center.
Play of the game right here.
This definitely could be a deciding factor in this game. Walsh hands the ball off to Murphy, who fakes the handoff to Murphy, which passes the ball to Ryan Rodricks, who gets a definite first down. So now here come the New Bedford Whalers bringing themselves upfield for themselves, trying to get back up on this scoreboard. There you see the New Bedford Whalers fans. Here's a replay of what just happened.
By the Whalers here to fake the handoff and throw the dump pass over the middle to the tight end for the first down.
This game is going down to the wire. Hilltoppers 12, Whalers 7, fourth quarter. Play of the game. Handoff intended for Antoine Murphy, who ran right past him. And Walsh decided to take it upon himself, but is not too successful on that attempt.
You can get the replay. It looked like a QB keeper by Walsh actually intended for that play, because the QB keeper has been working so far. But it's a little different when you have a QB keeper compared from Andrew Rubello to Mike Walsh. I think Andrew Rubello knows how to run the QB keeper a little bit better than the junior Mike Walsh, considering he's been in the system a lot longer than Mike Walsh has. 4-yard pickup for the Whalers. Situation is as follows. Durfee up 12-7, but if the Whalers put in a score here, they are automatically up by 1 point. 1:51 left to go, Cliff. And the Hilltoppers really need a stop on defense right now.
You got that right. 2nd and 6. 1:51 to go. Hilltoppers 12, Whalers 7. Ball on the 36-yard line. Andrew Rubello out of action for the remainder of the game. It looks like to me Mike Walsh is at the helm for the New Bedford Whalers. But the Hilltoppers have to continue playing great defense, which they have done so far, so I will not be surprised to see a sack here. Jason Springer and Ryan Siska playing both defensive ends for the Hilltoppers, both in there, making a lot of tackles today. Let's see what the defense is, who is headed by Coach Winowski, is being ran here. Walsh drops back, passes for Rodricks, incomplete, who slips and falls. So now, Sean, the playing conditions are coming into effect. This fourth quarter football, the field is worse than it was this afternoon. It's being ran upon. It's more of a mud puddle now. The cleats have lost traction. I'm sure a couple of these players are losing a whole bunch of cleats. So to be exact on that one. 1:44 to go as the play clock is stopped on the 36-yard line. 3rd and 6. 12-7 Hilltoppers. Fourth quarter brought to you by JZAC's Health and Fitness Center. Walsh under center, looking to get something going for the New Bedford Royals. Big play call here. 3rd and 6. Drops backs again, but has pressure by Jason Springer. Pass intended for Rodriguez. No such luck. 4th and 6 from the 36-yard line. 1:38 to go. If the Hilltoppers stop this here, 1:38 to go. There's still a lot of time remaining in this ballgame, so do not count this very, very potent New Bedford Whalers team out of this ballgame just yet. But before we think too far ahead of ourselves, 4th and 6 from the 36-yard line. 12-7 is our score right now in the fourth quarter of football, brought to you by JZAC's Health and Fitness Center. The fans are screaming defense. The players are ready. We are. This is great, Sean. There's nothing more than wanting to be a fan on Thanksgiving Day. 1:38 to go. 4th and 6 from the 36-yard line. Still waiting on the play call. The play clock is ticking for the Whalers.
Look for that QB. Look for the play action to the halfback QB rollout pass. They have the I form set.
We'll see what calls here for the Whalers. Have definitely come with their slick plays today. We have whistles on the field here. Looks to be a timeout for the Hilltoppers. We'll be right back after these messages. 4th and 6, 1:38 to go. 12-7 Hilltoppers. Big stop for the Hilltoppers will change the momentum in this game. Walt sets back, open wide receiver, pressure, and he throws it nowhere. Incomplete pass. Hilltoppers have the ball. That could be the deciding factor in this ball game if the Hilltoppers are going to run the ball out. But we have to remember, these conditions are horrible. You never know when a fumble could take place.
Exactly, and Cliff, to bring up the point that you just made, they at least need 1 or possibly 2 first downs to wind the clock down in order enough to be able to kneel the ball to take this game. So as you said, they have to watch the fumble with the field conditions. They need at least 1 or 2. I think it should be 2 first downs in order to take this game and win this Thanksgiving Day game.
1 minute, 31 seconds to go. 12-7. Hilltoppers are ahead of this one. 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line. B.J. McDonald's going to step back and put a knee down. Corey Albuquerque pushing. He has to remember that if he does anything that he doesn't want to do, a flag can be thrown, and these refs are not afraid to throw those yellow things down. This is some seniors' last game. This moment means the most to them. The moment they've all been waiting for. An ending result on Thanksgiving Day. This day means the most to them. As you see there, if we can get a glimpse of Coach Ron Gagnon on the sidelines. He is retiring. This is his last year. I had him as a freshman head coach. He was my freshman head coach. He is a man of his word. He is somebody who will tell you something and he will mean it from the bottom of his heart. He is a good person, and this whole entire Durfee coaching staff is a good community. This Durfee High School community is a great community, and New Bedford is a great community. These two communities are overshadowed by many people. I'm sure we'll see a lot of tears in some eyes at Durfee High School. This means the most to some kids. This is unbelievable, Sean. The Hilltoppers, they haven't beat New Bedford since 2002. It was a tough loss last year, but most of these kids were sophomores last year and are juniors this year and have rebounded. There you see Coach Ron Gagnon. It is his last year. Coach Bear, as everybody calls him. And the Hilltoppers end a very, very successful season with a win here at their home. They end it right now. Hilltoppers 12, Whalers 7. This day means the most to some people. Coach Rhino's last day on board as the offensive lineman coach. Coach Ron Gagnon, Coach Bear, who is the head coach for the freshman team for many years, who took some guys under their wing, who has helped some people. It's just amazing how this Durfee community comes together on an event like this. I'd like to thank everybody on behalf of Durfee High School, on behalf of everybody in the Fred TV studio, to look at our final score right now at Durfee High School. It's a great thing. 12-7. The Hilltoppers end up winning this ball game.